welcome back to another vlog. Today I'm going to be talking about my top 10 TV shows. Last week I did a top 10 movies of my favourite, in my opinion. You guys don't have to agree with me, like I said. But this time I'm going to be doing a top 10 TV shows. So, number 10 would have to be Vampire Diaries. Now, don't get me wrong, this is a really good series, but I haven't watched it all, so I can't really judge it on the entire season. I've only really watched episode 14 on season 1. I did enjoy it a bit, and it was quite a good series, the storyline and that, but it wasn't something that I carried on watching. I got a bit bored halfway through, so I kind of gave up. So that would be why it's a number 10. My number 9 spot would be High School Musical. Now, you guys might think this is a film, but actually Netflix released a High School Musical, the series, and it's basically based on a group of kids or children or teenagers like the movie, but they don't actually do a High School Musical. They do a stage show play, which is High School Musical, if you get what I mean. So it's not an actual High School Musical movie, but they call it the series, and that is actually really good. I didn't think it would be good, but it is good, and that's another recommendation that Netflix brought out, which was quite good. I do believe actually it's not a Netflix one, it's a Disney Plus. I kind of messed up on that bit. My number 8 spot would be Prison Break. Now, this is good. This wouldn't usually be my go-to TV show that I would watch, because I didn't think I'd be into it, because I'm used to into, like I've said before, similar to my movies, some stuff that have a good storyline or flow better and stuff like that. So I didn't think Prison Break would be one that I'd like, but I actually really do like it. It's a really good series, so totally recommend that one. My number 7 spot would be Chicago PD. Now, this is a favourite of mine due to I like stuff to do with emergency services. I don't know why, it's just a thing. And this is all about Chicago Police Department, where they go out and you see real life calls of what police have to deal with and stuff so it's kind of like a true story series where it shows you some type of calls that police would actually face if they was going out today in the real world. So I thought it was quite interesting and entertaining due to finding out what the real world's like. My number 6 spot would be Stranger Things. Now, this was a good series and I was really into it at first, but then I started to realise after I watched it I'm not really into this as much as I thought I would. But it is a really good series, and there's some weird supernatural things that go off in it, and it's quite interesting to see what they're actually called and who comes up with these ideas. It's quite good to know about that. So if you guys are into all supernatural kind of stuff and all things to do with ghosts or weird creatures that are around, then Stranger Things will be the perfect series to watch. Now, getting down to number 5, my spot here would be Insatiable. Now, Insatiable is, like I said, another drama type movie one that would possibly be based on a drama movie. It's a good TV show, and it literally blew me away, and not in a bad way or a good way. It was kind of in the middle, because some of the events that happened in this is quite really different and unusual and not what you would expect. So some of the stuff I wouldn't expect in it, and it comes as a shock when it actually happens. So that's a good guessing game to keep you guessing if you want to watch something like that. Insatiable is probably one you go to. My number 4 spot would be Riverdale. Now, Riverdale, I love Riverdale. It is a really good series. I'm actually wearing a jacket for Riverdale now. You guys can't actually see it, but yeah, it is a really good show, and the cast of it and storyline flow really well. I did like Jughead from it. He is one of the characters that I do like, not only because he's funny and he's lazy and stuff like that, but he's just a really good character. and the storyline, like I said, is a bit unexpected and a bit kind of like you don't know what's going to happen next, or sometimes you do know what's going to happen next. So it's kind of good. So I totally like that one, and my opinion would be number 4 for that one. My number 3 spot would be Teen Wolf. Now this is a really good series and I don't have anything bad to say about this one because I really love this series. I've watched all 6 seasons and it is brilliant from start to finish. The only bad thing I would say, if I had to say something bad, would be season 1 was a bit boring because it just shows you about the backstory of Scott McCall, who actually becomes a werewolf during the whole season of the thing, and it's based heavily around him. So I would say that season 1 was a little bit boring, but as it get on in the seasons it starts to get really good and he becomes addictive to want to watch more. So that is a really good series, and like I said, the only one bad thing I'd say is season 1's a little bit boring, but apart from that I would totally recommend. My number 2 spot would be Chicago Fire. Now I mentioned Chicago PD earlier, but I wasn't really into Chicago PD, but Chicago Fire is completely opposite. I love Chicago Fire, the cast in it, the storyline, and like I said, this one is, instead of relating to everyday PD life, like police life and stuff like that, this one relates to the fire department. So it's based in Firehouse 51 and there's loads of firefighters, and it shows you some sort of stuff that you would have to deal with if you was a firefighter in the everyday world. So it's also another good series that could be classed as a true story. So I love that series, so guys, go check it out. It is really, really good. Now finally, my number 1 spot would have to be Cobra Kai, because this series is amazing. Like I loved the Karate Kid movie that they did like a long time ago. I've watched it loads of times, but this is the series following on from the Karate Kid movie, and it is amazing. I should totally check it out, it's amazing. Well, that's it from me. If you guys have liked this vlog, please like, subscribe and leave a comment down below, and I'll be sure to check it out. Bye for now.